inches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
This is caught, and he is in for the... Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They kind of a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. Looking for Campbell. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is...
And now look at him go. The 30, 20, 10. A terrific run there by Penny. 76 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's no good. He misses the PAT, so file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And how about that return, as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Hines. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
64,
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Here's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will get him one closer. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go. Here we go.
Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He lets it float. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The 17-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14.
Let's go. 18 Gators. Hey, check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, Foxtrot. 57. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check 55 to Mike. No chance.
Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
D-line, get that quarterback. 49, check 49, check 49.
Who's that? Is that yours?
Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are able to cut into that lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them to the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Tannehill looking deep. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 19.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run forward with Penny, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. They run with Hines. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop. 54 miles. Here we go. Recon, 132, 5 hit.
This is Hines. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know.
Now loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to look deep down the field. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 76 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 32-yard line.
Alert. Go.
Quarterback, go get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On second down and 4. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, The ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates, the worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson now. Going to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Rashad Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, rock it, rock. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill. And the catch made by Hilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On 1st down. It's Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Hassan Reddick, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Wilson to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, it's Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, it's Hines. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give running right is Mack. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score 73. Seahawks 44.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Penny. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines.
Oh, yeah!
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 60 or. Blue draw Corkers.
And what's the ball?
Get it.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,